It's us again, Graham and Elric. We're going to go through Elric's, what's it, Eyes today, isn't it?
Eyes.
Is it show number 7 of Beer and Vinyl?
Don't know.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter anyway. We'll put the number.
Yeah.
Number will be in the description. Also in the description is links to Elric's, what's it? I'm High Speed Hangover. Who are you?
Yeah.
Your Metal Devastation Radio,
Yeah,
that's it.
Metal Devastation Radio.
Yeah. You're not actually doing a show this week though, are you?
No.
Because it's fucking Christmas.
Not for 2 weeks.
Is it Christmas Eve now? Or is it?
It is.
It's New Year's Eve,
New Year's
isn't
Eve.
it? Hey, Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year!
everybody!
Yeah!
You're actually DJing tonight. You're not actually here, are you? You're DJing.
I am, yeah.
The Rose Inn.
Yeah.
Is the Rose Inn or?
Yeah, the old. Oh, fucking
The
hell.
old Rose. I actually went there for a show because it's a theatre up
Yeah,
there.
it's a theatre up, so it's a really nice
I
pub.
went there to see a H.P. Lovecraft based story.
Yeah.
The Pickman's Model. I went to see that.
I think it's the Old Red Lion, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not thinking about flowers for. No, it's not. I think it's Red Lion.
So after you've watched this, come along to the Old Red Lion.
Yeah, if you're in London, I won't be
Yeah.
there. I'm going to be at home with my missus watching boring TV and getting slightly quiffy.
Yeah, it's free, and it's good music.
Yeah. Right. I'm kicking off with Special Reserve King Goblin, 6.6%, an extraordinary beer of exceptional quality.
Nice.
Let's read the notes. Only ever brewed under a full lunar moon with crystal malts and sovereign hops for a rich, smooth, sublimely satisfying taste of pure beer indulgence. There you go. In French, that's Brassy Pendant Le Pleine Lune.
Oh, right.
I don't know what's in French in there as well.
Can I read this one without the glasses?
It's Specky.
Golden Pride. This is
Golden Pride.
Well, this is the strongest of the bloody London, like the London Pride.
Fuller's.
It's like
The London Pride.
That's Fuller's. Oh no, your next one's Fuller's.
Right, ESB, yeah.
Love ESB. But
Golden Pride.
Golden Pride is our. I'm just going to one at a time, innit? Golden Pride is our award-winning, exceptional, fine, strong ale. The rich malty flavours from the pale ale and crystal malts are balanced by. My eyes are starting to go. Are balanced by
myopia.
You fucking made it, Jesus Christ.
Right, okay. Balanced by the North Down Challenger, Goldings and Target hops, creating a full flavoured beer with an intense finish. Get in there. So that will wet your
Even
whistle.
hurts. The funny thing is.
Oh, your eyes hurt.
Yeah, your eyes hurt when you try and watching it. It's so funny. But don't hurt as much as my toe.
Right, yeah.
So do you hear the news about my toe?
Yes.
I fell down the stairs 3 weeks ago. I fell down a stair.
Yeah.
I missed the last step, bit hungover, bang, toe went under my foot and it hurt a lot.
You thought it was just bruised, but they x-rayed it.
Yeah, it was badly bruised. I went to the hospital. They said it was just badly bruised.
Yeah.
And spent 2 weeks away from work. Then I went back to work for a week, and it got worse. It got more painful as the week went on.
Right.
And so on the Friday, I was like, I'm going back to the hospital.
Yeah.
Checked it out again. It's broken. The reason why I didn't spot it is because the fracture had got bigger.
Oh, that's horrible.
So it's opened up.
Yeah, the bone's moving away. The fucking broken toe's moving away from the rest of the foot.
Yeah, it'll be over there next week.
So, show everyone your funky shoe.
Yeah, I got my funky shoe.
He's got a nice funky shoe, open toed, and he had to walk here in the fucking pissing rain today as well. So he's now got a wet toe.
It's got this.
I like the square end on it.
It's got a rocker there. The reason for that is so my toe don't flex.
Right, okay.
So it keeps it straight.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But they can't put anything on it, just have to fucking keep it.
I'll go back to hospital Wednesday for them to check it out.
Don't tape it up and everything like that.
No.
Just have to leave it to.
But I got my proper appointment on Wednesday.
Right.
See what the hell's going on.
Okay.
All good fun.
So that'll be a lot of fun when you don't get too pissed when you're out on tonight. Well, when you're out now.
Oh yeah. What's the word when you leave your body and go somewhere else?
Astral projection?
Yeah, I'll astral project myself to New Year's party.
Yeah.
As well as being here.
Yeah. It's confusing. It's quite confusing. It's going to be even more confusing when I'm in chat while this video is playing back, talking to people. If anyone is in chat.
People get confused. It's quite funny. Right, we got eyes. Now you are going to like this one.
Hey. Immolation.
Not got Immolation.
We've got Iron Maiden. Oh, everyone's got Iron Maiden.
Not got any Maiden.
I can't imagine anybody.
I've got 3 bands again. Twisted Eye, that's it.
I just think every single metalhead should have an Iron Maiden, at least one Iron Maiden in there.
It'd be a bit weird if you didn't.
There are some people who are, you know...
There's plenty of people I know who's not Maiden fans.
Yeah,
though.
I do get a lot of people saying they're not Maiden fans. It just makes my brain go, wah!
Yeah.
Because that's the first band I got into, and they're like the most pervasive kind of metal band.
I made... Like, there's some bands that I just think, if you're a metal fan and you don't like them, it's a bit weird. I think Iron Maiden's one and Slayer's another.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met any metal fan.
Who doesn't like Slayer?
No.
I think some of the people who are into the softer stuff find Slayer too heavy.
No,
I can understand that.
I think professed metal fans, people that call themselves metal fans.
Rather than rock, you mean?
Rather than rock. I think, I don't know anyone that don't like Slayer, but I have met quite a few that don't like Maiden. Right. So, there's my eyes quite a lot, and it's mainly one band.
Okay.
So, we'll start off with this band.
Inner City Unit.
Yeah, this is another Hawkwind spin-off.
Oh, right.
Unsurprisingly, right, I've got to go closer.
Yeah.
Today.
So Gemma can see it.
Gemma can see it. She's as blind as me. Yeah. What this is, and it's signed as well.
Okay. Trev Toms is there.
Yeah, signed by the band.
Which is one member.
Super cool. No, we got Nick Turner in there.
That's right,
all the band, I think.
I only saw that one because it was in red and the others are all in blue, so I didn't notice them first of all. That's cool.
Yeah, this is a side project. Well, it actually wasn't a side project because Nick Turner had already left Hawkwind. So after he left Hawkwind, did a few other solo bits and pieces. He got this kind of punk-funk band together. It's like a mixture of punk and funk.
That rhymes.
It's a bit weird. And this is, I think this is their second album, which is called Pass Out.
Okay.
I think.
Sounds a bit like the West Ham's hooligan squad in a city firm, weren't they? Called the ICF.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was
yeah.
Intercity firm.
Intercity firm, yeah. I was not involved.
No, neither was I.
Yeah, it says the 360-degree psycho deliria sound.
Cool.
So that's what they're about. They're pretty good. After this album, though, they went more experimental and less sort of punking. I weren't so into it, and also drugs took their toll with this band.
Oh, right.
Trev Toms ended up in that thrash metal band I was on about, that Atom Bomb.
Okay.
Yeah. He ended up in that band. They only did a couple albums.
I don't know.
They were like new wave of British heavy metal stroke thrash.
You didn't actually show an album with them, did you?
I didn't have show an album, like super, pretty rare.
I know for a bit of UK thrash, but I've never heard of Atom Bomb. I must say. Hit single Solitary Ashtray. Fine.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad song. Is Atom Bomb the band or the song? I might be fucking wrong now.
Oh, right.
I'm trying. Oh, no.
Oh, where's my laptop? Let's look that up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on Metal Archives and I will search up the information whilst you talk about the next record.
No, I would love the original of this. Yeah, I'd love the original of that. It'd be amazing. Original final of that. Holy shit, that'd be something else. But what I do have is a live album from that era, actually. When did the album come out? In 1970. So, yeah, I'm Butterfly Live.
Cool.
Pretty cool cover, actually. Pretty hippie and trippy. Yeah, I love that first well, it's not the first album, but that Inagada Davida album's absolute classic. Really, it's that song. The rest of the album ain't all that, actually. But the
I was watching some documentary on YouTube about this beginnings of heavy metal now, and I'm sure there was something there really interesting that I thought I should tell you about.
Iron Butterfly are part of that,
yeah, Iron Butterfly.
Their first album was called Heavy.
And that Helter Skelter by Beatles as well was mentioned as well. I'm sure there was some other factoid on there that I heard. I thought, it could be interesting to hear that. But I've completely forgotten what it was. Maybe that was it.
Animals, they've
anthropomorphized themselves or something, putting their heads on animals' bodies.
And some other weird stuff. Yeah, I like the cover, it's weird.
Anyway, why did they? Is that Inagada Davida must be on there, surely?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, live.
It's like the one that everyone knows. I've got to admit, I don't know any of their other stuff.
No, I mean I do now because I'm familiar.
The whole of side 2 is taken up with it. Why did they call it that rather than in the Garden of Eden?
I will tell you right now.
That's why I asked you, because I was thinking you would.
I don't know who came up with the title. I think it was the keyboard vocalist.
Right.
He was drunk.
Yeah. That's
and he tried to say it, and it come out that way. That's it. It's awesome, isn't it?
We'll have to change the name of our show to. This is I can't spell.
And that's it.
Tasty goodness of King Goblin.
They're definitely in there. They're definitely in there in the archive.
But you can't remember the name of the band or the name of the.
Yeah, you see, it's not Atom Bomb, but it's something. It's Atom something.
Right, you sure it's not Atom Craft?
Nah, it's not Atom Craft. Oh god.
Well, it's not the song.
It might not even be Atom.
There's an Atom God.
Atom God.
Who had a song called
Atom God.
Right, there you go.
There
New
it
Class
is.
Upon Time.
Yeah.
Wow, and History Rewritten. 2 albums, 89 and 91. Atom God, yeah.
Okay, a bit later than
Algie Ward, yeah, you said
Yeah,
Algie Ward was in
Algie
it.
Ward.
And it was a guy from Hawkwind, you said was in it?
Trev Thomas.
Oh, there he goes. Judge Trev Thomas.
Yeah.
Died in 2010.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That Atom Bomb track's awesome.
Pancreatic cancer. Anyway.
Gonna happen to all of us.
Yeah, that kind of shit happens to everybody.
Here we go then. This is where the fun starts.
This is the big one, is it? The big eye?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, I'm like you. This was my second obsession after Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
After I was crazy as a young kid on Black Sabbath.
Right,
And I discovered this band.
This is my first.
First proper obsession, yeah.
Mm.
How I got obsessed with this band, how I first discovered was the poster of Live After Death was up in Maryland Centre. I'll never forget it.
Well, just around the corner from where they did their very first gig.
Yeah.
Around the corner from the Carton
Which I
Horses,
wouldn't
isn't
have
it?
known at the time.
No.
And I saw this poster, I was like, fucking hell, what is that? There's a fucking monster bursting out of the grave.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's how I sort of first realised who they were. It stood out amongst us so much, you know.
Yeah.
Then my parents actually went out and bought the first 2 albums
Right.
on vinyl from Asda.
Right.
Believe it or not.
I don't think Asda was even around in
It was
those
one of
days.
the first Asdas in Beckton. It was one of the first ever Asdas.
Well, I didn't know sell vinyl either, but
I know, mad, isn't it? I always remember that. And then I picked up, because I started with cassettes, so I picked up I Made and a few sort of cassettes.
Right.
And the new album that came out at that time was Somewhere in Time, so that was the first new album that came out, and I watched that. Boy. So obsessed with this band. Rather like you, 80s. Don't mind some of the 90s, but you know, sort of tails off for me a bit.
Yeah. After Seventh Son was.
I like Seventh Sunday. I'm a big fan of that album.
I think it must have been a little while after Strange and Strange Land came out. I think that I must have got into them because the next one that I know came out. But I was fully into them, and it was like brand new album, Seventh Son. It was like, I saw it in NME. I was on the way to Holland for Ice Speedway with my dad, and I saw an NME like in the shop, and I made on the cover. I bought it. The first and only time I ever bought an NME, and read the article and all that, and there's like, I was buying that as soon as it comes out. And that was obviously led on to my first gig was Monster Rock '88. So.
Well, my first gig was on that tour as well, which was Hammersmith Odeon, '88. And their last gig, their final gig on that entire tour, it's fucking mental. And I was 14, it's like an eye-opener, it's crazy. So here we go.
This is a thing on the...
well, I've got loads of interesting stuff in here. This is the Women in Uniform 12 inch. This was...
it's a bit ripped up there on the back.
Well, it's going to be, mate. These are old. A lot of these. Women in Uniform 12 inch single with a live version of Drifter and Phantom of the Opera. It's come out in 1980. Their first video they ever did was Women in Uniform. Women in Uniform was a cover.
And Paul Di'Anno, Clive Bird, Dave Murray, and Steve Harris.
Yeah, the first album lineup basically. I'd love to have the Soundhouse tapes, but I don't. For the first thing, that would be amazing.
That was,
I've seen it. I have seen it, but like, it always goes for so much money, like £100 or something.
Yeah. I always wanted that. I remember that. I always wanted that back in the day, but I haven't pursued it since then, to be honest. But it's a classic, isn't it?
Right, we got wicked cover, band cover.
I don't know the fact you're being stabbed.
Yeah, and again the band ones had the eyes blacked out, so this is quite rare, I guess. But this is the Sanctuary single.
Sanctuary from the Lord.
Where Ed is killing Margaret Thatcher, which I think everyone wanted to do at the time.
It's quite punky, kind of, in a way, like, you know,
well punky.
Against authority, kind of. The thing.
It's so funny because Steve Harris, most of the band, in fact, all the band, probably except Paul Di'Anno, didn't like punk at all.
No.
They thought it held them back because they were a band before punk and they couldn't get gigs.
Yeah.
The stuff's so punky, the early stuff, you know?
And that's kind of anti-authority, killing the Prime Minister.
I mean...
That's almost like God Save the Queen kind of levels of like...
You got a spiky head.
Anti-authorities and
monster there. But yeah, it's cool.
That Sanctuary track, because I never had this, I never had this EP or I had it on single. Whenever we used to play it live, I was like, what song is this? Because I only ever had the albums.
Yeah, it's a cover.
It's not on any of the albums, is it?
No, it's just a single and it was a cover and it was their first video. But I don't know who did the original.
Oh, right.
It's not anyone famous. So this has got Prowler, Drifter Live, I've Got the Fire, which I think is a Montrose song.
Yeah, okay. Because there was some, recently there's been some, what do you call it, some controversy about one of their songs. I think it's Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Yeah.
It's like literally almost ripped from another song.
Oh no, they've been plagiarised, have they?
Yeah, well, they
that's
plagiarised.
interesting.
They've been accused of plagiarising somebody, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, an earlier band kind of thing.
Not anywhere near as much as Led Zeppelin, though.
Well, they were plagiarised.
Oh, they plagiarised everyone. It's incredible how much they ripped off, yeah.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Right, Sanctuary. Let's see if it says anything about who is a cover by. It doesn't say anything about being a cover on here. No, you sure it's a cover? Because like
Women in Uniform. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's Sanctuary anyway.
Yeah, but what would you talk about? Oh, he said Sanctuary was a cover.
Is that Women? No. Women in Uniform's cover.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the confusion. I wasn't. Either you said it wrong, or I wasn't hearing you.
I said it wrong, mate.
Women in Uniform. Let's have a look. I see Sanctuary came before Women in Uniform, according to the listing here.
Yeah, I think Running Through was their first single.
Skyhook's cover.
That's what I mean. Not
Skyhooks.
Not very famous ones.
No,
Well, I've never
No.
heard of them. Oh, here we go. This is.
It's quite a strange idea for a first, single. Then,
Yeah,
really,
first video.
Not even her own song.
Yeah. I guess they're trying to establish themselves. Maybe they're not a band that play covers really.
No, that was one in that era. Like everyone had to do a cover. I mean, every album had a cover on it. You know what I mean?
And they never did. Not on the albums.
No.
So yeah, this is it. This is awesome. This is the very first Iron Maiden album, which I don't really have a favourite album. It's hard to pick between the 80s, but because this is the first one I heard, it's dear to my heart. Really. So it's kind of my favourite, I would guess. First Iron Maiden album.
But my first one was Number of the Beast, and
when I saw that video,
when I heard the
really
first two, and it was a different singer.
Yeah.
I was this is what's going on here? It's a different singer. But I really like fucking Paul Diano. I thought he's
great
got a great voice. Yeah.
Fucking great vocals.
Yeah.
He had quite a lot of aggression to his voice.
But he's got melody as well. It's definitely got
melody, blues.
Quite haunting on some of the. Was it Remember Tomorrow?
Yeah, remember.
That's really the. It's a strange world. Both the quite.
Yeah, strange world. Yeah,
both kind of.
Great album. The whole thing. Prowler, Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, Phantom Opera is unbelievable. The Lucas 8 song.
Yeah.
Transformer. Yeah. Charlotte the Harlot. That's what I mean, Oh yeah.
You carry on.
So fast.
I did the backing music.
That's what I mean, 8 songs of perfection. It's if it was released now, there'd be 5 more songs that are not so good.
Yeah, that's true. Because whittle it down to just the good ones. You say with the CD length ones, they're not as good.
It's interesting because the band, and it's a fair point, don't like the production because the production is quite raw, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
But
it's fucking fine.
When you put this up against some of the earlier stuff they did, which is they did some stuff for the BBC, they did the Soundhouse, Metal for Mothers.
Right.
The songs are slower, on them versions, and a bit more sort of slicker. What I love about this, it's kind of aggressive and fast.
Yeah, a bit raw, raw as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Great
album. I don't think there's nothing bad to say about any of their first 3 albums, to be honest. Any
Up the Irons. What I love about Maiden as well is you follow Eddie, don't you? You follow Eddie for the albums. You follow the Death Shadow. They have Death in their covers as well. That come a bit later on.
Yeah.
You follow Derek Riggs. Where's Derek Riggs' sign? There it is. We all got into that. Where's his sign? Can you find it? And then Up the Hammers, if there's any Up the Hammers or Up the Irons.
Yeah, you see reading the thanks list and all that. Because I always thought of my brother. Because I got it from my brother, and he never really listened to metal. I never heard him listen to metal. But apparently he bought that album. I'm convinced he only bought it because he said because Up the Hammers on it or something like that. I reckon that's why he bought it. But he told me that he'd listened to it before, but I never saw him listen. Never saw him play it. Never heard him play it. Yeah. So I don't know how
that cover as well. You must have looked at it and thought, what the fuck?
Well, the first time I saw it, I was just going through. I was playing,
cover.
Sitting in the front room, just playing records. One night, looking for the record player stack, going through all everyone's records are in there, kind of thing. Mostly my mum's, and it was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm fucking putting this on. and that's the first time I've seen it, so it's really weird. I don't know when he bought it or how many times he'd listened to it, but it's still his album, really. He never actually gave it to me. Basically, you can claw it out of my dead cold hand and wants it back.
We'll say live in here, he nicked it.
Yeah, basically, I nicked it off my big brother, but he loves me and I love him, so that's cool. Yeah. It's all good.
that album cover was actually going to be the cover for Purgatory single. But the manager said it's way too good.
Purgatory?
Purgatory.
Sorry, Purgatory? Oh, get out.
Alright.
How much golden brine have you drunk?
Don't expect me to speak English.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
Purgatory. It came out wrong, you tried to pronounce it, didn't you? You thought if I carry on, pretend I meant to say that, he won't.
But it was too good. It was like, the manager's like, no, you can't use it for the single. That's too good a cover, so they held it back. Well, this album actually, great cover. It's took me a little while to get into, actually, like for a long time. But now it's like arguably my most satisfying album. It's Killers.
Some cool tracks on it.
Oh, it's a brilliant album. Killers, great album covers.
Hey. Your Iron Maiden for the day.
Yeah, my Iron Maiden for the day.
It is a fucking classic cover.
Yeah, Adrian Smith comes into the band. Up the Hammers this time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like...
Derek Riggs down there you go.
Did you not think that the cover of Derek Riggs, like, he's not a member of the band, but he kind of so integral for their success, I reckon.
Great live band.
Because, like, people want to have T-shirts with his pictures on it. When they wanted to buy albums that had his artwork on it, because he's just so bloody cool. That's cool. And Eddie the Ed himself is like, is that my one?
No, it's not mine.
Bag her off, then try and eat my beer. I'm watching you.
Do that. People I know on here will know I do that a lot.
I'm just putting it back on the video and I see like you drinking half my beer.
Honestly. Again, great album. It's the first album that thingy come into Martin Birch come in as producer, and he produced all the albums from then on. So it's a lot more slicker and better produced. I actually think this is produced a bit better than Number the Beast. Because Number the Beast is very much a kind of... this is more proggy, funny enough. I think Number the Beast is a bit more straight up heavy metal. Well, personally, I think I might be talking a load of bollocks, but you know. But Wrathchild, Murders in the Room, I Got Love, Another Life, Innocent Exile, Killers. I love the ballady one, Prodigal Son. I think that's brilliant. Drifter, Purgatory, great fucking...
Purgatory again.
Oh, I said it again!
Oh dear.
I mean, if I say Purgatory one more time, I will be in Purgatory.
Oh dear.
I don't know why I've always...
You've got your head now, you can't stop saying it.
Yeah, here we go, here's the classic. Bruce Dickinson comes in.
Yeah. Brucey, got a Brucey bonus.
Got a Brucey bonus. And
did Adrian Smith come in on Killers?
He come in on Killers, yeah. And this is... Look at that album cover, it's unbelievable. Who's manipulating who?
Yeah.
A bit there, that's a bit annoying. Number the Beast, the classic, the ultimate.
Absolute classic.
Yeah. Back cover. I mean, like, people got so stressed in America when this album came out, it's hilarious.
It's got the devil on it, man.
Yeah.
It's evil.
Well, where's... Oh, Derek's just down there.
Oh, yeah, the signature.
Yeah. Sometimes he puts it on... like people or whatever, like so Eddie's manipulating Devil, who's manipulating Eddie.
Seemingly manipulating him.
Lots of people are getting murdered.
Yeah, got people being burnt in hell as they tend to do.
I've even got the inside lyrics and that. I don't know why people put on.
It looks like Bruce has set the fire off there. He's got a burning torch in there. I reckon he must have started the fire.
How young they look.
Yeah.
So cute. Got that and the lyrics as well. Which not all the albums I wanted the lyrics. First two didn't come with any inside sleeves, as far as I know, anyway.
No, I don't think. Might just plain white sleeves.
Yeah, I think they were.
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
What's this? This is what you were interested in talking about before. Made in Japan.
I never bothered picking this one up.
Shitbag. That should be before that. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I thought mine
was the last recording with Paul Diano on it, wasn't it?
Last recording with Paul Diano, which is Made in Japan, which is really good.
Only 4 tracks.
Yeah. Running Free, Remember to Our Killers and Innocent Exile. The tape, I've got a tape version that has an extra track.
Right.
I
I don't even recall that song, Innocent X. How does that go?
It's a bass intro.
Right. Possibly.
Good song.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Special live EP.
Yeah. Yeah, my tape's got an extra song. I'm just trying to think what it is.
Didn't he? You did that album quite big.
I think it might.
Bits on there.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
I never really was one for tapes though. I mean, I made my own tape compilations, but I never bought tapes.
I think I might have slung it now. I wish I kept it now.
The only thing with tapes is like if they get chewed out, that's it. You're screwed. It really. You know, they're the least kind of like sure of all the formats.
That's why I don't have like any cassettes of real albums.
Yeah.
You know. Got rid of them all.
That's got screwed over as well, isn't that one?
Yeah.
It's got all turned and twisted.
This is arguably one of the best album covers as well. People love this as an album cover.
Yeah.
It's an absolute classic. This is the Trooper.
The Trooper!
The Trooper! I've gone all you. Great. For me, like the Peace of Mind album, I love the Peace of Mind album, but I think that's Bruce Dickinson's voice at his peak. I mean, his voice on the album is fucking unreal.
Based on the Charge of the Light Brigade.
Yeah,
story,
absolutely, yeah.
And the poem of
it's based on the
Tennyson.
beer. It's based on the beer.
It's based on the beer. We should be drinking Trooper tonight. If you're thinking about it.
I never thought
We missed
of
the trick there,
Oh,
didn't we?
we
Totally missed the trick. For Iron Maiden, we should be drinking Trooper. Never mind.
Never mind. Just finding it though.
Yeah, you can't always find that's true.
In pubs it's alright.
Yeah, it's a lot more prevalent in pubs now.
It's
pretty cool. I thought it was going to be like flash in a pan, like we might be lucky to see it once, and like maybe in this it'd be.
It's the most popular of all the metal affiliated, beers because there's quite a few Motorhead ones knocking about and Status Quo.
Yeah, I think I understand it's quite a pile driver.
Slayer do something as well.
Oh, they did a wine, didn't they?
They did a wine which I tried.
Right.
Yeah, I say they did you know, they put their name to it.
Licensed.
Motorhead did a couple of things. I think they do a cider, Snaggletooth cider.
Oh, yeah, cool.
But the thing with the Trooper Ale is Bruce Dickinson's properly involved with it.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bitterhead, isn't he?
Yeah, he tastes it and he passes it and all
Yeah.
that. So it's not just he's just stamped his name and takes the money.
Use our image and whatever, yeah.
And there's lots of different Troopers now. There's about 5 or 6 different types now.
Oh,
There's
a red one, wasn't there? There's a red Trooper red or something like that.
Yeah, there's a Belgian style one,
Oh,
a strong one.
Get out.
But anyway, yeah, Cross-Eyed Mary on the B side, that's a Jethro Tull.
Oh, right.
So, pretty good cover. Yeah, now we got fucking great album.
I had a little figurine of that Trooper from Eddie from that, but I think his saw broke off.
Yeah.
Can't remember where it is. I think it's upstairs
They
somewhere.
didn't talk about the songs on Number Beast, but they're all fucking great, aren't they?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, even the ones people say aren't, you know, like the Faders and Gangland.
I like
brilliant.
the Faders.
Yeah.
There's the first one I heard when I turned it on.
The Ballad Children of Dan.
Yeah, that's a fucking classic.
Prisoner, brilliant.
And,
22 Acacia Avenue.
Yeah.
And of course, Run to the Hills, Number the Beast, and
that's a follow-on from Charlotte the Harlot, isn't it? From the first or second album, Charlotte the Harlot.
First album, it's a follow-on.
Have they actually done a third in the trilogy? They need a third in the trilogy.
They've mentioned, funny enough, they've not. There's not a third, but there's 2 more. You see, I'm a bit of an Iron Maiden nerd. There's 2 more songs they've mentioned Charlotte in since.
Okay.
Hooks and You of No Prayer for the Dying, and Hell is From Here to Eternity. That one, From Here to Eternity.
I don't remember that.
But they're not really follow-ons.
No,
they're just having a bit of a laugh
Right.
with it, you know. Peace of Mind. So you got. Actually, it's a whole gatefold.
I wonder if that was actually a prozzer that any of them lost their virginity to.
Yeah, well, the thing is, that 22 Acacia Avenue and Charlotte the Harlot and all that, it's kind of real.
Yeah.
Like, because whenever they're asked, they're like, well, we're not really going to talk about it. But it's definitely some sort of place they used to go as
Isn't
kids.
there an Acacia Avenue round here?
Well, it's interesting because they're from Leytonstone.
Yeah, Steve Harris is definitely.
Yeah, and round the corner from here, there's an Acacia Road. So I do wonder if it was down that road.
Yeah, they changed it for roaming purposes.
It's top of the road here,
22 the Avenue,
You go top of Montego Road and turn right, it's Acacia Road.
Well, this is filmed in Leytonstone, by the way, in case anyone didn't know.
Iron Maiden Country.
Yeah, Iron Maiden Country. We've got the pub where they played their first gig down the road.
Which they've done out really nice.
Yeah.
They've done it out like Iron Maiden. It's not really in I don't know, it's really stiff. But
I
yeah.
think mine's gatefold as well because I remember that picture of them sitting
Can't remember
there.
if I showed you that, but yeah, there's the.
Was you ever in the Iron Maiden fan club?
I've never bothered with any.
I was in the
really.
fan club for a couple of years actually, for a few
I
years.
don't think I bothered with fan clubs really.
Went to the signing for their Made in England video release. And I got a load of signatures, like, but my girlfriend was with her at the time. She's got them all, so that's fucking. I've lost them years ago.
I'm not putting things in.
You got it all mixed up.
Yeah, you. Where's?
Somewhere in time, innit? You looking for?
Oh my God's sake!
There's just somewhere in. Oh no,
So we got that one. It's that one like that. I think.
yeah,
Right. We got there. So yeah. So the next one is. It's just. Oh yeah. Where's the?
Tell me why you have to be a power slave.
This is the first. Oh, there's the Derek Riggs thing in the hand,
yeah.
and I think it's the first one where you see the.
Little Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper there.
Right.
Grim Reaper. Any up the irons?
Come
on, your irons.
Yeah, it's always
Come
in the
on,
thanks list or anything like that.
It's funny, a story actually. Marilyn Manson, one of his favourite bands is Iron Maiden. He loved Maiden growing up.
Right.
And in his book, he talks about Maiden and his love for it. And he goes, they had these weird things on the album saying, up the hammers, up the irons. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, no.
So we should phone him up.
I reckon
Say
there's a few people around the world.
Especially American fans.
I think there's a few people around the world who are actually West Ham fans because of the fact of Iron Maiden.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because
just in
they've
case
seen
you don't know,
Yeah.
that's the nickname of
Yeah.
West Ham, Hammers or Irons.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think there's an Up the Hammers festival in Greece. And obviously it must have come from Iron Maiden originally.
Yeah,
there's an underground festival Up the Hammers in Greece.
Oh, awesome! I'm going.
Yeah, I remember now. I fucking completely forgot about it. I did back in the fucking day MySpace group or page or whatever, and it was like Heavy Metal Hammers or something. What it was? It was like West Ham fans and Iron Maiden fans. I made a group on there about it. I completely forgot about that. That was before MySpace turned into a pile of shit though. And,
died.
Yeah, and I always remember chatting to people actually from like Greece and stuff like that who are Iron Maiden fans because of the fact that that's not Iron Maiden, West Ham fans because of the fact that Iron Maiden were.
Yeah.
So they got into it from that. So I think West Ham owe Iron Maiden thanks for probably at least a couple of thousand people who have become West Ham fans because of them. I'm sure.
Yeah. I talk about West Ham. You used to be a season ticket holder there. Like you used to go with your dad all the time. You sort of give up on it, really.
That's
the price.
Yeah, it was just too much fucking time and effort and money. I actually remembered as well. I was selling my fanzine at the
and we're shit most of the
LA
time.
the LA2, and like it was one of the bands I think Iron Maiden had played with before. I can't remember the fucking name now. They're like a German power metal band. And as I was outside selling my fanzine, or I was selling at the top of the stairs, Steve Harris came up the fucking stairs, and I was like, I'm talking to Steve Harris. So I was like, oh mate, how's it going? Have a fanzine. I didn't fucking try and sell him it. I just gave him my fanzine. And I said, you been over to West Ham lately? And he was like, yeah, I've tried to now and again. And after that, I was like, I couldn't think of anything else to fucking say. I didn't want to fucking take up his time.
Not worthy.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen him at West Ham loads of times.
I like to think that Steve Harris sat on the bog reading my fanzine at least once.
Oh, he probably skipped through it.
Yeah.
He must have at least skipped through it.
He must have done on the way home.
What's all that extreme stuff?
Yeah. What a load of bollocks.
But they're going well at the moment, West Ham, aren't they?
4
wins on the trot.
Yeah.
Usually they're crap.
We've been doing alright.
You caught them your final seasons when they were pretty poor,
sometimes.
Did you? You only have seasons to get at Upton Park. You never had seasons.
No, I never wanted to move
Yeah.
around. No, my dad and my stepmum still go.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about maybe giving out because it's a lot of fucking walking around when they get there.
Especially when
my dad's 80 now. And it's like a lot of arsing about to get into the stadium.
Yeah, it takes.
When you got fucking shoulder to shoulder.
Mile journey.
Yeah, it's bollocks.
Yeah. Anyway, Maiden.
Yeah, it's got Maiden, on the mill.
The next great album. What I love, like each album has a theme. Do you know what I mean? And live they use that theme, which I thought was great. Well, Peace of Mind. He's lobotomised and his brain is taken out and he's killed at the end of the Peace of Mind. But then he's resurrected in Egypt for Power Slave. Great album. Pretty similar to Peace of Mind. They kind of have a similar style, I think.
Yeah.
Back cover.
Pretty cool concert as well, the old Pharaohs.
It's the biggest tour they ever did as well. Right. It was a massive tour it was. And if you look at all the hieroglyphics, there's like lots of funny things to find. You know, like, there's I was here, you know, like, you know, stuff like that. You know, so my eyes can't see it now.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Look, little nose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. What's that thing? I can't remember what character's called.
Yeah, I can't see that, mate.
The little one peering over the wall.
Yeah, with the nose.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name was.
What no something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure you had the
Popped
name.
that one time, but there's loads of that.
Mm.
Yeah. Inside cover.
Is that the Eye of Horus? Isn't it? The
Eye of Horus.
I think that's that.
I presume it went to
symbol
a
is
genuine place to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But fucking cool album. What we got? Ace's Eye, 2 Minutes of Midnight. The instrumental's good. Lost for Words, Flash of Blade. Power Slave, Rhyme the Ancient Mariner. You can't really argue with the album.
No.
Rhyme the Ancient Mariner is just fucking unreal.
It's a fucking long song, but it's still a fucking classic though. It is a classic.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
And on to, well, fun enough, when I did my poll, when I was doing my show, this come out as people's favourite live album.
Right.
And you can't argue with it. It's a brilliant live album.
Double album.
Live After Death.
Even the fucking phrase "Scream for me, Long Beach" is fucking. He's gonna kind of
it's
like.
so famous, isn't it?
I remember I've seen like underground fucking bands go on the stage at the fucking stand and go "Scream for me, Long Beach." Just fucking laugh of it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's just this iconic fucking live.
I think Benediction's got a song called "Rhyme of the Ancient." But it's not Mariner, it's something else. So when they say it, they have a laugh with it. You know, like, but, I mean, look at that cover. I was at like probably about 12 or something when this came out, and I saw that cover. I was like, "What's going on?" I think it was for the
mind blown.
Yeah, mind blown.
Do I run and hide and scream, or do I just get like?
Oh no, I was about 11.
Oh right, bloody hell.
What a cool album cover, and it gatefolds out into one biggie. It's great double live album. Three halves, well, 3/3 of it is at Long Beach, and the other one's at Hammersmith.
I remember I had a fucking part-time job collecting glasses in a fucking pub over in Ilford Way or Woodford Way, and I was bored shitless just walking around collecting glasses all bloody night, and I was just sing Iron Maiden songs to myself all the way, all night long basically.
They were allegedly the first band to play Behind the Iron Curtain.
Oh yeah.
With a full show,
right.
with the full kind of show, not just a like.
They played fucking. Was it Iron Maiden or was it Bruce Willis? Bruce Dickinson with his own band played Sarajevo or something.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Documentary or something.
Yeah. When I read his book as well, I read his he's got his book out, hasn't he? Bruce Willis. It's a bit of a metalhead though. It's Bruce Willis. Loves Sabbath. Okay. Loves Sabbath. When he went to Sarajevo with his at the height of the problems with his band, and it's really interesting. One of the most interesting parts of the book. Right. His Bruce Dickinson book he's brought out at the moment. It's really interesting. Yeah, it was hard to do.
That's iconic.
So we got
this is a bloody
inside sleeves. There you go.
Interesting character, isn't he?
Lyrics on the live
fencing pilot, fucking.
Oh mate.
Yeah, all sorts.
The funny thing is, in the book, he's not actually that interested in talking about Iron Maiden because maybe it's been done to death.
Yeah.
He's much more interested to talk about other bands,
right?
And kind of his fencing, especially his flying.
Right.
I think he's really interested in talking about that.
A bit of a plane geek.
Yeah.
Basically, a bit of a geeky playing, specky twat playing.
But he's so talented, writer as well.
Didn't he come from Samson? Was it Samson he was with?
Samson was with, He was in some smaller bands, but Samson, he did like 1 or 2 albums, I think, with Samson.
Yeah.
Samson were recording when Killers was recording in the same studio.
Okay.
I Maiden were doing Killers, they were doing, I think, an album called Shock Tactics.
Right.
But,
it's one of those bands that never really bought in their stuff, to be honest.
No, they're all right.
Know the name, but
they're okay. I think what happened was he saw them live, Bruce Dickinson, and he was like, "Oh man, they're such a good band. If I was singing for this band, we could take them further, you know." But he never thought he'd ever sing for them, and then he did, you know.
Well, what happened with Paul Di'Anno? Was he doing too much nose powder or something?
Nose powder, drink, and he just wasn't. He hated touring.
Right.
He didn't want to tour. And basically the Reading show that had Samson on, that was the last Samson show, and at Reading, that's where the manager Rod Smallwood asked him to join the being Maiden, and
cool.
that was it.
Did you ever see Paul Young down Standard?
I think I did, yeah. With
I
his
never
own
actually
bands,
spoke to him, but I know he was down there a bit because.
yeah, he's had all sorts of bands though, hasn't he? Battle Zone.
Yeah, it's been called Killers, isn't he?
Killers was pretty
Battle
good.
Zone. I've got Battle Zone album.
Paul Diano solo stuff was a bit naff because he was trying to be like more softer or whatever.
Yeah.
Comes with a poster.
Alright.
So I spent a lot of time on that.
I'm not.
Oh no, it's a booklet actually.
Booklet, yeah. I can't
Booklet.
remember if I've got that in mind or not. It's a long time since I fucking played it, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got the tour dates and stuff like that. It was the biggest tour they ever did by miles. Bruce Dickinson got really ill
Alright.
at the end of this tour.
Just fucking burnt out.
Yeah.
So it's double album. I know,
Yeah.
is it?
And a DVD as well.
Yeah, what is it? 3 sides
Well,
that are called in Long Beach,
VHS
or
then.
2 sides that are in Long Beach?
I know 3 sides are at Long Beach, one's at
I
Hammersmith.
thought it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So next, he brought out a couple 12 inches around that.
Right.
So you got like Runs the Hills and Phantom of the Opera, which is from the album. But you have Lost for Words, like
Yeah.
Hammersmith, which was the extra live track, which is really good.
Instrumental, isn't it?
So yeah, Run to the Hills, Phantom of the Opera live. I suppose that's more Phantom of the Opera, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
you got the thing, you know.
But you see the face of the keyboard looks like Eddie as well.
Does, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And there's the rigs. Oh, where's the rigs? Where's the rigs on here? I always remember it was slightly difficult to find rigs on here. And there's the
Oh yeah, there's the Grim Reaper.
I know. It's on one of these fuckers.
I'll have a look.
It's on one of them gravestones, I'm telling you.
I'll see if I can find it. You get on with the next one. Here lies Faust in body only. Help! It's not in here.
Another Maxi
Oh,
single.
help! It's hot in here. It's actually Metal Lives. Here lies Derek Riggs. R.I.P. Why is this? There's a little black cat in the back. It looks like it's fucking possessed. It's like an angel. It's got a looking halo and
I
everything.
don't know. It's just weird, isn't it?
Strange.
I'm sure it's on one of the gravestones. Another Maxi single. So you got Running Free from that album, and a couple of extra live Sanctuary
There it
Members of
is.
the Room Org. Got it? There you go. Well
There you
spotted.
go.
Sanctuary was actually from Long Beach, but they couldn't fit it on the album. It's on the video.
Ah, yeah.
And Murders in the Room Org is from Hammersmith.
Right.
Stuff.
Murders in the Rue Morgue is one of the first detective stories ever written.
That's what I love about Maiden. They love to write songs about books and films and
Edgar Allan
history
Poe.
and
Edgar Allan Poe, that one
stuff
was.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think the next album is probably got the best cover. I mean,
Yes.
such. Well, I can look at it for the fucking days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's so much
so
stuff on
much
it.
going on. You mean? Yeah.
There's a Wikipedia page just for the album cover. Honestly, yeah, dedicated to the cover.
different things.
Yeah, it's summer in time. The album cover is unreal. Let's get you close. It's basically got all the it's like a futuristic idea.
It's a little bit like Blade Runner, that kind of thing. Yeah.
But
I have heard about there being like things to look out for. You've got Cager Avenue up there.
Everything is in everything that's here, and on the back is something to do with Maiden's past.
Yeah.
So you got the Ruskin Arms.
2 minutes
down
to
here,
midnight on the clock.
West Ham 7, Arsenal 3. Well, I'm kind of disappointed they give them 3 goals.
Yeah, I know. Well, what happened to the defence there?
I know. Aces Eye Bar,
Yeah.
Long Beach Arena, Flight of Victory.
Oh, is that just in the rainbow there? Down on the left, going downwards.
Oh yeah, the Rainbow, yeah.
That's one of the old venues, isn't it?
So at a quick glance you can spot them things, you know.
There's Riggs's.
Yeah, there's Riggs's
Yeah.
thing. And it's there.
Oh, and it's just as well, yeah.
So yeah, super cool, amazing cover. I like the album. It's a little bit overproduced. It's very 80s, very like echoey and kind of synthy.
Yeah, I kind of think there's not so much on there that's quite as good as some of the others, though, to be honest. I think this is when it started going a little bit downhill for me.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I still love the album.
Yeah.
Cruel Summer in Time, Wasted Years.
Yeah, but it's not as classic though as, you know, Wasted Years is a little kind of fancy sing-along kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not some crunchy metal, you know?
No,
it's always decent.
Sea of Madness is pretty fucking crunchy though, and fast. Heaven Can Wait, I really like.
Heaven Can Wait is another sing-along. Heaven Can Wait!
Yeah, that's
Heaven
great.
Can Wait! it's kind of got that bit more melodic-y kind of...
Strange in a Strange Land.
Yeah.
I liked it. It is a little overproduced, but that was the 80s for you.
Yeah. And I say the songs on there is not as memorable as most of the early ones. Like I'm sort of struggling to remember some of them. You know what I mean? And I only listen to the Long Distance Runner. I remember the title.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it goes particularly.
Yeah,
that rings a bell.
Pop that in front of people.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't have any singles from that era actually.
Okay.
And I might have 7 inches actually of Maiden, but. Yeah, next album, this is when I first saw them on tour. I really love this album actually. I know you're not overly keen, but Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
I was excited when it came out. I was like, oh yeah, cool. You know, new album coming out. Picked it up. It was on top of the pops and all that. It went straight to the #1 kind of thing. Or
first #1 album since Number of the Beast. It was.
Right, cool.
And
you got Upton Park there as well.
Yeah. And it also. All the singles did really well on this album, I remember, you know.
Yeah.
I've got a little...
I feel I've got the Clairvoyant single, I think.
Little merch thing from the time. Check out the prices.
Yeah. How much were they going for?
I had this as a massive poster in my room.
Okay.
You know.
I've seen posters of that. $7.95 it was for a t-shirt.
Quite expensive for the time.
No, just an £8 it'd be 15.
There's the
double that now. It'd be double, it'd be 15 quid if you're lucky now. 20 quid now probably.
Oh god, yeah. Or even more, yeah. So there's Derek Riggs there. There's the Reaper. Cool. Do we still do the Up the Hammers thing? Did they give up? No, Up the Irons. Still that.
Yeah. So it always used to be the end of the effects list. I always seem to recall it.
It is more proggy. But I really love it. Moonchild I love. Infinite Dreams I really like. Cannibal Madness is kind of a bit poppy, isn't it?
Yeah, I have got that single.
The Evil That Men Do, I think I have as well.
Remember the video on top of the pop?
I love Seventh Son of Seventh Son, the title track. Prophecy Clairvoyant. Only Good Die Young, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Whoa.
They always say that's one of the most difficult songs to play.
It's the album cover isn't as exciting as it's certainly a step down from the previous, isn't it? It's a bit low key, if you like. You know
but I like the image of the ice,
yeah,
the Arctic, Antarctic, whatever you want to like, that kind of vibe to it.
But you got floating, blinking things in the sky with light bulbs coming off as well. It's really quite fun. And like strange. Eddie's having a baby. Yeah, he's got an apple for a heart.
It's a seventh son, basically.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. I don't know what the apple's about. Derek Riggs, weird stuff. There's the Riggs stuff.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the apple's something to do with like the Garden of Eden, the apple tree of
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
I would have thought so. The idea with the concept, it's only one side. I don't even know that. It's just one side is the concept. The B side.
Oh, right.
The first side isn't part of the concept. But it's just the idea of a seventh son with powers, and whether he'll go to the good side or the bad side. He doesn't like the powers in the end and stuff like that. Interesting. Now, for me, I would say this is the first album where majority of people were saying it's not that good.
Yeah,
I've grown to like it now.
I think I like it myself because I was majorly into them at the time, and it was the first album. But I think I was listening to it, I was like, well, actually, it's not as good as the other ones, the early one. And I bought that one, and it's like, alright. And then I was moving into other bands as well, like Thrash and whatever. And it was like, okay. And I think I stopped buying after that, to be honest.
Yeah. This is the first one with Yannick Gears.
Right. Is this?
I forgot to say, Nico McBrain comes in with Peace of Mind.
Yeah. Don't Bruce leave after this one? Is it after this one he leaves?
One more.
One more before he leaves.
Fear the Dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but there are a few fillers, to be honest, whereas a lot of Maiden albums didn't really have fillers, not so much. For me, anyway. No Prayer for the Dying. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter was the only single from that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was their first number one.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, it might be their only number one, actually. I don't know why, what weird song to get number one.
Yeah,
like that.
certainly was not their best song that they've released.
Bluesy song, isn't it, almost?
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
I love Tail Gunner.
Tail Gunner. Tail Gunner. you know the reference?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
A tail gunner. You never heard tail gunner as being slang or someone who fucking takes up the arse?
Really?
Yeah. Tail gunner used to be thinking slang.
I just don't know these sort of things.
Slang for homosexual.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. That's why it always made me laugh when I saw that title. It's you'll say something old.
I can see what.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tail gunner, that bloke. The slang used to be.
Home Smoke, No Prayer for Dying's good.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
Yeah. Mother Russia, I like Bring Your Daughter to Slaughter. It's alright, but there's some Assassin's alright, but there's some songs that aren't alright.
Yeah, to be honest, it's nothing memorable on there for me at all.
No.
I vaguely recall Bring Your Daughter to Slaughter.
Cool album cover again.
Even that, the tail gunner, the fucking choruses. He's a tail gunner. He's a tail gunner. You're a tail gunner, and it? You're a tail gunner.
Yeah.
You're a tail gunner. And it's just a real.
Great song.
Yeah, I don't know, but Holy Smoke's not too bad.
Yeah. Good
It's
lyrics.
quite a good. Yeah, it's quite a good.
Funny video and all they did for that.
Right.
And then
It's Another Life thing. Or...
no, this is the Be Quick or Be Dead single. It was the next thing. I really like this because it felt like a return to kind of more aggressive kind of vibe. Maybe it's quite a fast song.
It's about gunslingers, isn't it?
No, Be Quick is about, as you can see by the cover, it's about
media.
It's about businessmen and fucking corporate people. You know, you better watch them. Be Quick or Be Dead.
There's a film called The Quick and the Dead, wasn't it? About gunslingers. That's it.
No, it's purely about businessmen and greedy people.
Yeah, this is in the time. This is in the time that the print media in the UK were moving away from Fleet Street and moving to Wapping, wasn't it? And they were breaking up all the unions and fucking with them basically.
I think it's just everything's the same.
Yeah.
There's always the same with rich people.
Is that Murdoch? Took Murdoch on the cover. He died, didn't he? Once he died, they found that he'd screwed all the fucking his workers out of their pensions.
Yeah, he committed suicide, I reckon.
Well, yeah,
or
he
killed,
bumped off or whatever. But
there's no way it was an accident.
No, he fucked everyone. He just totally screwed all his fucking workforce out of their pensions.
And that bloke did it recently, didn't he? The guy that owned BHS. He did it as well,
right.
Yeah, that twat did it as well.
Arseholes.
I know. This is really funny actually.
And if they get like a fucking 2-year prison sentence at the most if they're fucking slap on the wrist or something.
They always get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah,
nothing ever is done. That's why the status quo always stays the same.
Yeah.
Rich get rich, poor get poorer, because nothing ever gets done.
They just do the secret handshake.
Yeah.
And fucking everything gets smoothed over.
When the government talk about doing stuff for poor people, they have absolutely no interest in poor people whatsoever.
No.
That's not what they're interested in.
No, fucking hell.
It's so funny when they talk like that. Like, anyway, so weird.
Tangent.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
It's going to be miserable like this year was, really. We're all going to fucking be poorer off, apart from the fucking elite scum.
Yeah.
Rise up, brothers and sisters!
Yeah.
maybe later. Not just now.
Not just, don't rise up right now.
No, because Eric's doing his DJ and the old Red Lion.
Rise up afterwards!
Rise up, go down the pub.
This is really funny actually, because there's they do a cover of Space Station Number 5, which is Montreux's song.
Okay.
And Noddy Donkin' Blues, which is hilarious, very funny song, and it has... The rest of it is Bruce Dickinson doing the impression of the manager, Rod Smallwood, because he's a Northerner. Right. So he's doing this funny skit on him being a Northerner and moaning all the time. It's hilarious. You got to hear that. It's really funny. So yeah, on to this album, the last one with Bruce Dickinson. I think it's a pretty good album. I think it's a bit better than the last one, actually.
I think you'll find out a few more with Bruce Dickinson since then.
Yeah.
The last one at that particular time.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to any of his solo
stuff? We'll get to that. Solo stuff.
Yeah.
The later solo stuff's not too bad.
Was it Millionaire or something? Was that one?
It's like a poppy album, really.
Yeah.
But he went metal. He did Accident and Birth, which is quite. He's returned to a metal album, and Chemical Wedding, which is a pretty good album, which was his last solo before coming back with Maiden. Right. That's a real heavy metal album.
Is that Chemical Wedding got anything to do with Aleister Crowley or something like that?
Something like that. It's another concept about something like that.
I think there was some kind of arcane spiritual thing that he did.
I haven't really heard the album properly, but
sure there was a film
cool
based on that as well, something to do with Crowley sort of being resurrected. I got a feeling it had like a theme track from maybe Bruce Dickinson. I'm not too sure now.
Anyway,
Fear of the Dark.
Yeah, Fear of the Dark.
Fear of the Dark. It's a good song live.
Well, I mean, this has become like just a ridiculous.
The live staple,
song.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a live staple.
I don't think they played anything else off that album live, did they?
Well, not really, but I think there's some really good songs in there. They did at the time when the album came out.
Yeah.
There's the back cover. I mean, Fear of the Dark's a great song, but I think actually Afraid to Shoot Strangers is probably one of the best Maiden songs ever. Certainly one of the most emotional.
I've never actually bought that album. I don't own that album.
Well,
so
Be Quick and Be Dead's awesome. From Here to Eternity is good. Wasted Love I like.
Got the album.
Weekend Warriors about football violence.
Oh right, yeah.
But I like Afraid to Shoot Strangers about the Gulf War, about someone is putting yourself in the mindset of someone who's going to go off to war.
Right.
It's a fucking unbelievable song, really emotional. I made them don't do emotional.
Who's that in that picture there? Oh, Bruce Dickinson. Oh.
Yeah. So it was cool to hear that.
What do you think of the cover? I also didn't think the cover was quite as good.
I don't think it's Derek Riggs.
I'm not sure. I think it was Derek. I heard it was Derek. I can't remember now.
I don't think.
But it's
Derek
like Eddie,
Riggs.
but not like not really Eddie, is it? It's like a wood spirit.
Still Martin
like
Birch producing though. I think he might have retired after this. Once Bruce Dickinson left, I think Martin Birch retired. I don't think he produced any more albums, but artwork. Illustrations.
Rod Smallwood, the manager, or so, is he?
It's not Derek Riggs, it's Melvin Grant.
Oh.
Yeah, Rod Smallwood's the manager, yeah.
That's...
I've got something in here. Oh, more merch from the Times.
Not having Derek Riggs, it's not on really, is it?
I don't think did he ever come back again? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure he's doing the cover stuff actually. No, I'm not too sure.
Cool album.
Doesn't he do like cons now? Like
I've not got a clue what he's
sure,
doing.
I've seen people like Derek Riggs has been doing conventions and that, like selling
probably,
sketches or signatures or what.
This was a single from the album From Here to Eternity. With Life Goes On, No Prayer for Dying. Roll Over Thick Theatre, which is Thick Theatre was involved with the band as well. It's quite a funny song as well. He's doing an impression of him as well. But this opens up as a poster.
Kind of in jokey kind of stuff. It's
lots of in jokey stuff, yeah, especially with the B-sides.
Understand what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like they have their own personal joke, isn't they?
Thick Theatre was like he was like a sort of English Greek guy. So like so funny when he's doing an impression of him. I think it was.
Is he a roadie or something?
Yeah, something like that, or promoter or something from the early days.
Right.
So there's the.
It's
a pretty good song. It's a silly song. It's a good sing along though.
Oh, geez, got some fucking gas. Oh.
Another beer, mate.
I'm on the second one already.
Try how this works. Okay. Right. This was. Funny enough, I haven't got a real dead one. They brought out a couple of live albums from that tour. A real live one and a real dead one.
Yeah.
A real live one was songs from Seventh Son. No, from Somewhere in Time to that present day. What was the present day then?
Right.
Real dead one was the older songs up to Seventh Son, up to
Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, which was better.
Yeah.
Right. But no, it's just a good album. It's
a
real live one, and in fact, like you can buy the album with both. They just call it a real live dead one.
Actually, last week you were talking about Guns N' Roses, and you were saying about the two albums they brought out at the same time, or
yeah, pretty much the same time.
But someone commented on the thing saying it was the same day. They came out on the same day, you reckoned?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got it wrong.
Wow.
So I told the person I'd punch you in the balls this week to teach you a lesson.
Where's it from though? England?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was on English.
Punch me in the balls. Yeah. Right, so what happened after this? Bruce Dickinson left, they brought Blaze Bayley in.
Adrian Smith left, or was that left?
Adrian Smith left. Adrian Smith left.
Yeah,
after
Adrian.
Son.
Was it Adrian Smith and Project, wasn't it? ASAP was his. Yeah.
He left after Somewhere in Seventh Son.
Right.
Because the Yannick Gears come in after that.
Right, yeah.
And then Bruce left, they brought in Blaze Bailey. I never bothered buying... got them on... I'm not sure.
Have you heard Blaze Bailey from before he joined Maiden?
Wolfsbane stuff.
Wolfsbane, that was it. Yeah, he had a couple of cool tracks.
The early Wolfsbane was alright. But when he come on to Maiden, he did the X Factor and Virtual 11, I think it was called, something like that.
It was Virtual 11, yeah.
I've not got them. I hated them when they came out. I hated them.
I feel sorry for him because he was on a hiding to nothing, really, wasn't he? He was never going to fucking...
Don't hate him now. I can look back at X Factor. It's really well sort of produced album. It's very epic, overlong, not heavy enough.
Yeah.
He sounds like Fish from fucking Meridian.
Right.
As a vocalist, I'm not really keen. It didn't seem to work for me.
No.
But actually, the X Factor's all right.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mind
it's probably a mixture of the fact that there's a new singer that no one was ready for, and also the fact that they were. I think Steve Harris was changing the style of it as well, wasn't he? You know.
Doing more atmospheric, kind of proggy stuff.
Yeah.
Virtual 11 had more of a sort of more, I wouldn't say in your face, but like a bit less proggy, a bit more lively. It's alright.
I couldn't name a track off of fucking either of those
Clansman's on it, that's a pretty good song. Sign of the Cross is on X Factor, that's a really good song. They're okay albums as well. And the funny thing is, I appreciate them more now. Because when Bruce, apart from the first Bruce album he come back with, to me they're no better than even the Blaze stuff. The stuff that they produce now, personally. But I can't get into.
Nah.
But maybe that's just me being an old fart.
But it's true that they've moved away from what they were, and we've got
our rock taste.
Our taste has changed as well. They're just like a bit overblown rock, aren't they? Really, they're not even like sort of quick and simple, catchy rock either. Are they kind of like long-winded, kind of 8 minutes, fucking song rock, aren't they? And it's like not enough hooks to fucking
except this one. I must say, I was quite impressed with the first comeback album with Bruce though. It's Brave New World. Got vinyl. I did really like this.
Blood Brothers in album?
Blood Brothers on there.
That's a live classic. Yeah.
What I love about this album is it did bring back a slight more heavier sound compared to what was before.
I've got that on CD.
I don't actually particularly like the way Bruce sounds nowadays. I prefer how he sounded in the 80s personally, but this is a really good album. Wicker Man, Jason Navigator, Brave New World, Blood Brothers, Dream of Mirrors is awesome. So
I can't remember that well.
Out of the Silent Planet.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. That was a single. Oh shit.
Nearly lost it.
It's gone. Inside cover.
Is that a C.S. Lewis story?
What?
The Silent Planet.
You know more than me, mate.
I've got a feeling it is.
It's a really cool cover and all, like futuristic London.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think I've read it. I read that book possibly because of that. And also it's like before he did the Lion, Lich and the Wardrobe stuff. And it's kind of got some Lovecraftian themes to it as well. It was quite interesting.
Okay. And they become a six-piece because Agent Smith come back.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. It's weird now, isn't it? It's kind of strange. Have they got two rhythm guitars or?
Well, it's interesting. It's kind of unnecessary, really. But I think they like Yannick Gears. They didn't want to get rid of him because he's a great live guy.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you can hear it because you'll have two guys doing the melody.
Yeah.
The up and lower melody that I made them famous for, and then one doing a rhythm. So sometimes you can hear it.
Yeah. It's interesting. Why not? Fucking hell. It's not like they've got fucking short of a few bob to share around anyway. You know what I mean? If they need a new singer just to fucking do harmonies, I'm up for that. Not that I can sing, but it doesn't matter. Just turn my microphone off. Just give us like a bit of money for the for being there and doing the job.
What are you looking for?
No, Out of the Silent Planet. It was a C.S. Lewis story.
Okay.
Published in 1938.
You're so smart.
Yeah, I read that. It's interesting. It was. Basically, it's a space story, but it's like the science is pathetically weird, and it gets a bit like this guy gets.
I'm sure that song is about it.
He's like a corpse, and he's possessed by like an alien entity, and he comes back to Earth, and and there are some real Lovecraftian things of like shapes in like were outside the geometry of normal physics, that kind of thing. It was like,
I love some of the old science fiction things. The stuff they come out with is so clever and so good. Right, this was the last studio album I bought, mainly because I didn't like it all that much, and I sort of just weaned myself off of Maiden, really. I've heard bits and pieces, like, I'll tell you one thing that really put me off. The album after the one I'm about to show you, was called A Matter of Life and Death. Yeah. And I went to see him on that tour, and they decided, in their infinite wisdom, because everybody in the world would want to see it, play that album all the way through. Fuck off. Like, and they didn't even really tell anyone either. No. So like they played all that album all the way through, and everyone was like asleep. Yeah. And then they played like 5 old songs, so they had time left. Like, that put me off of Maiden really pretty much.
I haven't gone to see them live for fucking ages. I can't remember the last time I saw them live. I know they played Blood Brothers. So it must have been after Brave New World. I
see them on that tour. Well, it just goes to show.
I ain't paying 70, fucking 80, whatever, 100 quid, whatever it is now, just to fucking see one band. I'm fucking screwed out.
It says a lot, I think, personally, of what they think of the newer albums. They all obviously disagree. But in the last sort of 10 years, all they've been doing is greatest hits type tours. Right. They did like, I see them at the Twickenham Stadium do the Power Slave type tour, which is excellent. They did the Seventh Son type tour. Because they re-released all their DVDs, all their VHS's onto DVD, which really, I've got them all. Yeah. Early Years, Life After Death, and Made in England. Yeah. I'm hoping the next one should be Donington, Live at Donington, with interviews. Well, Donington 92, because they released that as an album. So I got a feeling and a video, so I got a feeling that might be released at some point. But they're brilliant. They got a brilliant documentary on each one as well. But yeah, so that says a lot, doesn't it? And at the moment they're touring a greatest hits thing as well. Right. So it's like whatever. But anyway, that's the guy that did the Cathedral covers. Right. Everyone moaned about this cover. I think it's all right. It's kind of freaky. Yeah, maybe not the best. The band hates it.
They hate it.
Yeah, they hate the cover.
But why did they fucking have it then?
I don't
know. They changed their mind later, or.
I think it's pretty cool. Dance of Death, the next album. And this is, they go too far into the epic proggy stuff for my liking, and it's not heavy. It's well produced. Kevin Shirley takes over as producer from the last album onwards. I still think he's the producer. It's brilliantly produced and all that, but I just can't get into it.
It's not got no heavy at all, is it? It's got no...
It's got a lot of bottom end because of the modern production, but like no more.
Bruce has got short hair now as well.
Yeah, it's no good, is it? No. The title track I don't mind, and Passchendaele. Right. But apart from that, no.
No, I mean I feel I've got the album, but most of the time they're made nowadays for me is stuff people buy it for me for Christmas or whatever. People pick me up the album. I think Liam's picked me up the album a couple of times at Christmas and that. And it's like, okay, I've got the album, that's cool. I'll listen to it a couple of times, but nothing in the first couple of listens that makes me want to continue listening to it.
I have to admit though, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're doing bad albums. I'm not. What's happened is I'm setting my ways a bit. Like I've got older. My love is 80s Iron Maiden. Yeah. If I was 10 years younger, maybe I would appreciate the modern albums a bit more. It's much more to do with
well, if you haven't heard the first earlier albums first.
Like you know, and the album's
getting into Iron Maiden now. Anyone get into Iron Maiden now? And then we went, I must check out the rest of their catalogue. And then suddenly listen to the first album. They'd be like a completely different band. They'd be blown away by them. Like, what the hell?
Because I think
it's just such a.
Their last album was the proggiest of the fucking lot, Book of Souls. It had an 18-minute song on it. But the one before actually got to #1. Final Frontier album got to #1.
I think I've got that. So they're still popular. I'm pretty sure I've got the Matter of Life and Death one as well. That's all war stuff, isn't it? Like the ghost tank on the front of it, isn't it?
And I haven't, like that's what I'm saying. I haven't like delved into it enough to completely say I don't like it. No. It's more like I just hear it and not interested. Yeah. So don't quote me that I'm saying they're bad because they're not. They're not bad albums.
Your cover.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's like it's true. It's like it's good musicianship or whatever, but it's just not engaging enough for me to get get in my brain and make me.
The thing is, when we heard Maiden, arguably at the time it was one of the heaviest stuff we heard.
Yeah.
Now, now there's that heavier stuff introduced, so it's like these sort of seem like.
And they have gone away, and even if they still sound like they did on the first albums, that kind of level, it would still be excellent.
Yeah.
I reckon, but it's just they just changed to a hell of a lot, haven't they? Really.
Right, last album.
Right, cool.
The very last, and this is really cool actually because I was at this gig. This was the Clive Burr memorial gig at not memorial, he was still alive, but it was a Clive Burr charity
gig. He was then.
Yeah, it was a charity. Yeah,
right,
it was a charity.
He's dead now.
Yeah. He had multiple sclerosis or something, and it was a charity gig. They did 3 nights at Brixton, I think it was. And I picked up some.
Well, did they give everything to him from there?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would have thought definitely. Yeah. So it's Number the Beast. It's a.
They still have a Clive Fest, don't they? Still goes on.
Burfest, yeah. I think it's the 3rd one this year or next year. Oh yeah, next year. One more day. Yeah.
They did the one actually. The first one was.
I missed the second one.
Ruskin Arms.
No.
Did you see the one at Ruskin Arms? There was like a Burfest. I don't know if it was. I think it might have been called Clive Fest. But he was actually there in his wheelchair. And it was like a day of new wave British heavy metal bands like Hammerhead and Cloven Hoof played it as well.
I wasn't official Burfest.
Good long time back.
The first one was at the last 2 I think have been at the Lounge.
Yeah, I'm talking about over 10 years ago. I'm sure.
There you go, yeah.
Fucking, I'm useless when it comes to remembering when things happen though. It's got to be at least over 10 years ago because I was still with Dawn. So yeah, we're going to release it for 9 years.
So you got the original Number of the Beast and Live at Brixton. And Remember Tomorrow, which I would presume would be live at Brixton, I'm not sure, but it's a picture disc.
Cool.
So that's really cool.
And the old classic Eddie is finally shown who is the boss. Him and the devil.
That's it.
By beheading him.
Which I think was the Number of the Beast single cover. Right. I think that was.
Yeah.
He showed you his boss.
Yeah, because on the album cover he's
the devil's got nothing on Eddie.
No, absolutely not. I'm fucking gassy now. Gassy and tired, man. I had some fish and chips before you came over.
Oh, I want some chips.
Stuff now.
That's it. Long old show.
Jay's next.
Yeah.
Be quite short, won't it?
No.
No, you got that, Jay's?
Yeah.
Or Judas Priest, perhaps?
I'm not saying.
I can't think of any other
actually,
band
there is some.
Jamiroquai. I know you got a massive Jamiroquai
massive collection.
You're always wearing that hat, so you could be like the guy from Jamiroquai.
Yeah, and
dance his name is.
Flat.
Yeah, JK, his name JK?
Probably,
I don't fucking know.
It's mainly that, and there is another band artist that I've got a lot of as well, but
Jeremy Kyle.
It's my only non-rock thing I like. Genuine non-guitar stuff I like.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I know it is. Oh, there's something I can.
Yeah, that band.
Was that him? I think that
that's him. Yeah.
Alright, so make sure you join us then next Monday for that.
Yeah.
And Eric's show's not on this week.
Not on this week, no.
But you can check out my podcast, because I don't fucking stop, man, every Sunday.
Yeah.
And Cthulhu Mass, I think my Cthulhu Mass show would have just come out, There's a H.P. Lovecraft theme show, I think it would have come out last Sunday, Yesterday, it'll be yesterday now, won't it? Yeah. The link is down below to go and check out my podcast. Cheers! Oh, old man body coming through. My hips, my legs.